boy Lamar Spacey. We're back with the Space Station Podcast, and we're here with my good friend Mo Gardens, one half of Running to Utopia. You know what I mean? Everybody give a round of applause real quick. Little clap it up.
Thank you.
So how you feeling today, my brother? How you doing?
I'm chilling. I've had a pretty productive day.
Pretty productive day. What you get into?
I went to my uncle's crib to drop off this plant for my little cuz. And then I went to go to Dan's camera to pick up some film for some shit that RTU's doing. And then after that, I went back to the crib and did a shoot with this shorty. And then after that,
you did a shoot with a shorty. We're gonna have to get into that. We're gonna have to get into that a little bit.
It's not too deep, honestly. It's just chilling.
All right, so my man, he does porno, he does music, and he's a gardener in his free time. He does a lot of shit.
Yeah, I do a lot of shit.
Does a lot of shit. No, but all right, so we're gonna get into it a little bit. What do you do? Like, what is your craft?
Honestly, bro, I feel like every time I ask myself that question, I just think like I just like creating stuff, like just creativity in general. Like that's just where it all comes from. Like the thought of just being able to test shit and see if I can do it type shit. Like it's never like too central. I mean, like the times is gonna make it central. Like if I'm feeling that for a certain time, then I'm probably gonna do that. But as an overall thing, it really just is just like the urge to create shit. Like just since I was a kid, honestly, like just, you know, kid shit, building Legos, just wanting to put shit together and just, you know, that's pretty much it. I do a lot though. I want to get into a lot of shit, so I can't really limit myself by saying what I do.
Yeah, so you're just all around creative. You just love the creative process of just doing things and making shit come to life, pretty much.
Yeah, for real. Cause like humans have that innate ability to be creative. Like that's what makes us different from everything else.
That's a fact.
So just being able to like keep that in mind and not take it for granted is, I guess, what I'm trying to do, and just make sure I touch whatever my heart wants to do. Where my action at?
That is a perfect question. Let me get the ashtray real quick. So I was wondering myself, shit. Take this fucking right there.
Ooh, this is a coconut
shell. Coconut ashtray. Got the shit.
Yo, that is fire.
Bring a little island to the space station. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, so you're all around creative, but the people know you for music mainly, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
So
for sure.
My first question is, well, when did you pretty much start getting into your love for music, and when did you start creating yourself?
Okay, so love for music, I can't ever like really pinpoint that shit, because in middle school, bro, I wasn't listening to the shit I'm listening to now. Like it was all like just filled by like my surroundings and shit. More so than me like looking out for myself and looking at shit that I like. So I want to say my love for music like really came like when this is like full circle now I'm thinking about it. Like, all right, middle school I left in 8th grade because my mom had got a better job in like Virginia, right?
Well, all right, so I should have started there. Where are you from, pretty much? Where are your origins, your stomping grounds?
All right, so I was born and raised in Allentown, and like all my life I like kind of moved back and forth from Virginia and Allentown because I have fam in Virginia that's already like settled and shit, and I have fam up here that's already settled and shit. So my mom, I guess, like now I'm thinking like in my head it made sense for her to look in Virginia for a better job because she got family down there. So like we could go down there and probably, you know, be cool.
Yeah, be good money.
Exactly. So that's pretty much where I'm from. I was here, I can't remember the first time I moved to Virginia. I can't remember like what grade that was. But it was somewhere around elementary school. But yeah, then I moved back up here. I finished elementary school here. I went to Roosevelt.
Southside boy, huh?
Yeah.
Give up for Southside, you already know.
Yeah, for real. I wasn't too active on Southside. I was a youngin', and I was kind of like the that kid scene though.
Yeah, I remember he used to say he used to be at Rose, bro. But bro, I really like honestly don't remember, bro. I really don't.
Probably don't. And I probably wasn't out like when everyone else was out type shit. Like I was probably only there like doing the program shit and then
at the lights in the park.
Yeah, that shit. Or like the romper day shit.
Romper Day.
Romper Day, like, you know the shit where you get all the kids and they teach them like the maypole dance and all that.
Yeah.
That shit. That's what I was doing like during the summer, and then like after that, I usually just go back to the crib just cause like.
So you was really out there.
Yeah, I wasn't really out there. Like my mom was making me like I wasn't a bad kid.
You wasn't out there, but you was really at Rose because even Raymond was around. You remember him at all?
Yeah, bro. See, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I wasn't really around too much. I was in the crib mostly, or just like. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I was just in the crib or, like, probably just not around Rose. Like, I probably just went somewhere else. Like, I can't remember exactly, but...
And then, and you, how old are you now?
I'm 20.
20? Oh, yeah, so we a little older, so we was the big kids at the park smoking and balling up and shit like that. So,
that's what I'm saying.
Understandable. Damn, you only 20 years old. Shit.
Yeah.
All right, so...
21 this year, though, so we...
Turn 21, becoming a man. All right. So, you were saying...
alcoholic. No, I'm joking.
Oh, I mean, I don't want you to encourage. I don't want you to indulge in it too much. You know,
I got that self-control. I'm cool.
Where as long as you know to keep your balance and all that.
Yeah.
So, you were saying you got moved to Virginia, and this was around your love for music started coming in.
Yeah. So, like, the second time I moved to Virginia was after 8th grade, and I had pretty much moved out in the middle of like the country because that's where my great grandma lived. Like she had her own house and her own land down there, so we just went down there and was at her crib for a while. Well, not for like a year, because I only did like I switched high school like twice. So like the first time I went to high school,
out there,
I was in Virginia for 4 years of high school, but I switched high schools twice.
How's high school in Virginia?
It was pretty whack for me. I don't know about the other niggas. It probably was cool for them. Like I can imagine, like high school was probably lit, whatever. But for me, I didn't have the energy to fucking make friends. And on top of that, I'm already an awkward nigga, and I was a new kid. Like so, you already know how that go. Like shit just happened that way. So I kind of didn't make an effort, and that's like I guess how it ties into me being in my crib all day, listening to music, finding music, kind of just just doing the thing in the crib, not really worried too much about everything else. But yeah. Where was that?
You started high school out in Virginia. You went to 2 different high schools.
Yeah.
My fault for cutting you. I just wanted to know about the school life out there. It's different than Pennsylvania, I'm sure.
But fuck yeah, my grandma's crib. She was out in the middle of nowhere, bro. Like honestly, it was super rural. She was just like barely any connection out there. So I had really no choice but to like find a way to do some shit, and that was music also, just like making sure I don't know, had stimulation just in that way, because there was really nothing to do out there, like honestly. Like the bus stop would drive like 10 minutes through like farmland. And it's like damn, until you actually get to places. So it was like, yeah, it was kind of clicky for me. I didn't feel like going out trying to fucking find niggas or whatever. And honestly, like throughout those 4 years, I didn't really see anybody potentially that I felt like I could click with. Like I was always observing, niggas, like but like it didn't really
nobody you could really connect with.
Yeah, it didn't really feel like the vibes were there. Yeah, I guess that's all I could say. Like the energy that I gravitate to wasn't really there. So
okay,
that's what happened. But at the same time though, during those 4 years, I was coming back up here like in the summer. So that's kind of how like I got like the practice of working with RTU shit and just like building that up.
Did you start rapping or did you start like producing and making beats at first? Like what was the first thing you did?
I was a rapper, definitely a rapper. I would always like a writer. I would say writer. It was never
writing
like
for people. Or?
No. It's like I didn't really have too many intentions on making music when I first like started writing. Like it was just kind of just like almost poetry, I guess you could say. And then also I just look up type beats or whatever and just write to them because I felt like doing that. And then one day I decided to record some of it, and then that's kind of like the rabbit hole that led to me like trying to make my own beats and doing all that shit.
When you start making your own shit, cause I like what you do. I heard a couple of your shit.
Yeah, appreciate that. When did I make? Fuck. I honestly don't remember. It was definitely 20, because damn, I don't remember my years of like the high school grades and shit. But
not too long ago, you
yeah, I would say like 2016.
Okay.
2016,
5 years ago.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, running to Utopia, the legendary duo out in the valley. Y'all got a little buzz out here. The people love y'all. Y'all have done a couple shows. Mm-hmm. Y'all doing y'all thing. How did you and Khan come together?
Alright, so that came about because the niggas that I was friends with in middle school, like I still have those same friends, and they're like part of RTU and shit. So when I left the high school, they met Khan in high school, and they would go to LCTI or some shit, I think, and like see them in that area. And then Khan wanted to start like collective at first, and so that's how that kind of came about. Like Khan asked JJ, then I miss this.
So it's a collective.
Much. Yeah, I miss this nigga Khan because he loves explaining shit like this, and I usually don't be doing it, so it's like hard for me to explain like the origins of RTE.
Okay, so yeah, that was gonna lead me into one of my questions. It seems like y'all two, I haven't seen y'all together too much.
Oh, we always together, nigga. Whether you see it or not, nah, we always together. No cap. That nigga called me earlier. It was like, yo, are you at the crib? Nah, I'm not there. But yeah, he was over yesterday and shit. We always together.
All right, it's good to hear. It's good to hear.
Yeah, nah, we always together. I'm dead ass like producing his whole project. Like that's whatever he records is recorded by me. Like everything is engineered by me type shit.
We want to jump too far ahead just yet. So run to Utopia. We talked about how y'all got together. When was y'all first performance, and how was that experience for y'all?
2019. I think it was 2019. Like beginning 2019. I think it was the first. No, it was the second Soho to the Valley.
Second Soho to the Valley.
It was at Second Base. That was like the first.
I think I was at that one.
That was the first.
I was at the second one. Okay, word. And how was the experience?
It was a good experience. It's a night that I always like remember very vividly. Like it's crazy, but I had red hair and shit. Shit was wild.
Yeah, man. I see that's your thing. You dye your hair. Like, what's that about?
I stopped it.
You stopped it?
Yeah, I just wanted to do it because I never did it before. That was pretty much my whole year 2019 was me dyeing my hair. And then, because I don't think I dyed my hair in 2020. I might have had it like a little bit, but yeah, that's pretty much what I did for a minute just because I wanted to try it out. And then that shit turned my hair, burnt my shit, low key. It didn't burn my scalp, like it didn't hurt or anything, but like I could just tell like my hair is not the same.
Yeah, your hair wasn't healthy. Killing it.
So that's when I'm like trying to get my dreads back now, because I used to have dreads like a couple years ago, but I cut them bitches off.
I think I remember you faintly with dreads. It's just a little blurry, but I think I might. But yeah, man, you gotta lock it up, man. Everybody, they coming into their awakening when you get the crown on their head. You know what I'm saying? So
I love freeforming my shits.
Word. So, as you were saying before I asked the question of y'all performance, you saying y'all are a collective. Who's all part of the collective if it's not just you and Khan? But y'all are the front runners.
Yeah, I feel like RTU as a group is more centered on music. Like since we started, we've been centered on music. So whoever in the group wants to do that is a part of it. And I guess that's why, since me and Khan were the most avid about music, we just seem like the, front runners. But my bad, my shit dry as fuck. Excuse me.
Yeah, take a swig of that water, man. Take a swig.
Alright. So yeah, there's me, Khan, we got Suo. He's on Jaws, like the singing part in Jaws, that's Suo. And then we have Ramen, which he does his share in the music side also, but also is like a clothing designer.
Yeah, I heard him on a couple songs.
Yeah, he's on a couple of those. And then we also got my man's Lou. He does he's photography, and then he also he he is also like a writer. I would say like a poet, because we've been trying to work on some shit with him. But yeah, and then we also got Armani, who is also like a graphic designer. And yeah, that's pretty much like our solid 6 people that we got in the group right now. We're kind of like, we're not even really trying to call it a group anymore, like a collective. We're kind of just letting it be, because we work with everybody, honestly. Like, we work with a lot of people, so we don't want to, like, I don't know, like make it like exclusive type shit. But it's like, if you know type shit. Like, if you know like who, you know, it's kind of like ASAP in a way, I guess.
Word, I feel
like,
you on that. Who are some of the prominent artists in the Valley that you work with?
We got Steez.
Shout out to Will
I
Steez.
engineered his, well, when he just dropped, I engineered, and then also some shit on Molly World. Most of the shit is engineered by me, I think probably like 1 or 2 may have been somebody else.
Yeah, man, I'm supposed to go over and link with him to listen to that, but
facts,
now I have the transportation to actually go do it. Got me a little whip now, so I can do it.
Bro. Tap in. But yeah, got Will Steez, we got Sue. We've been working with Sue. I'm just naming niggas that we may not even have a song, but we've just been making shit together type shit. Like, I feel like everybody's mad open with making shit. Like, even if you're not on it, niggas just want to just chill and fucking smoke up and just make some.
Now, that's one interesting thing. Like, I love that, and I love the camaraderie and the coming together. Is there ever a time where you find yourself slacking off for having too much fun?
It depends. I mean, for me personally, nah. I feel like I'm probably the one in the room that's always working, because like this shit, whenever I'm in a room, most likely I may be making a beat, I may be recording somebody or whatever. So like, I'm usually the one that's always like just on go whenever somebody wants to make some shit. So I'm always like working. But for the most part, niggas slack around. Yeah, but I feel like we also just make it a point like to do shit intentionally. So like, if we're in the room and we're just chilling for a bit and we feel like the energy's there and we just kicking it, then niggas, somebody's gonna be like, yo, let's freestyle. And then now turn like, yo, let's record some shit. So it's like, I don't know, it's some like train of thought shit.
You make the work process fun.
Yeah, facts. I guess you put it that way.
All right, I respect it. I respect it. You're the workhorse. I like that.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot.
All right, so Couldn't Say Enough. Your first project that you put out, your first solo project, I should say.
Yes, sir.
What was the thought process going into that, and how do you feel now that it's out?
I'm gonna just answer how I feel first and then tell about the process. I feel it feels good. It feels good to have it out. I just like to have a body of work out. Like, I've never, like, the RTU stuff is a body of work, but then it's also different because I'm working with other people. Like, it's not all just like me. Right. Like, we see, like, as much as we're just tapped in, because I feel like deadass, like, no cap, we have like the same thought processes. Like, we'll think of some shit and be like, yo, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, exactly. So like, even though like we have that chemistry with the RTU stuff, there's still like just the aspect of personalness that can't be like held closely to you, because like a song will have 2 people on it, so it's like maybe they don't really match the same way for you because you're making it. But having like a project just feels good to know that it was all in my hands type shit. Like, this is what I made and this is what it is, and this is why I felt like sounding good. So,
you like working with do you enjoy doing solo work, or do you enjoy the group work more? It kind of sounds like you like doing the solo thing more. Oh, sounds like, yes, you fuck these niggas.
Yo, low key, right? Bro. Sometimes, you know, it's the duality of shit, bro. Sometimes I do be feeling like, yo, I low key could do that, but that's not the type of nigga I am. So I'm gonna just
respect the love.
He's like, I know everybody has their time, and sometimes I be thinking the shit, and I'm like, yeah, I just don't, like, I don't have the concept yet. Like, it's not there for me. Like, I don't have an urge to do something And that's kind of what the project was. It was like a lot of those instances where I had the urge to make a song through all of like doing everyone else's shit or like including everyone else around me. Those were all like the project is a mass version of that. Cause like every time I made one of those songs, it was just like kind of like impulsively because I felt like I had to do it. But yeah, where was I going with that? What was your question?
I said, it seems like you like doing a solo thing, but you do fuck with spreading love and working amongst the collective. And what was the thought process going to Couldnt Say Enough?
Oh yeah, okay, so that's pretty much what it was. Like, it was just, I wasn't trying to make anything too super cohesive. I just wanted to compile an amount of emotions in a certain because I didn't want to dwell on it longer than the end of the year type shit. So I was like, I'm not gonna go back to this shit next year. I just want to capsulize it and just put it out, and that's kind of what it was.
Keep it fresh every time you come out.
Thanks.
Alright. So I want to say my favorite songs is definitely Escalating. That's my favorite song on there. And
appreciate.
Out the Holster with Will Steezel. What's like working with Will Steezel? I know he's a big bag of fun. You know what I mean? That's my guy. Shout out to Will.
Nah, that nigga's different, bro. I feel like, cause that was a freestyle. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if it was a freestyle. Don't actually take me on that, but I feel like it was because that nigga just be. I feel like you can tell in his voice, like when he does certain shit, it just comes out like crazy, and I'm like, yo, this nigga just like. He just barred up for no reason. But yeah, he's great. What do you want to know? Like, I don't really know what much to say.
Yeah, just like what do you get out of working with him? Like,
I get like, what's the word? I have to put this right.
And I'm asking what how do you feel? I'm not saying what do you get out of that's my nigga. I fuck with Will, of course.
Yeah, of course. Bro, I feel like the way he just makes his verses, like the words he uses, they're all set up. Like it's all on purpose. And I know that because I can tell he pays attention to it. So I guess that's something where seeing him do that makes me want to do that more. Because I sometimes feel like I slack off on that. And I didn't. Like, I feel like I used to be. Like, you ever think of some shit you did a while back ago and you're like, damn, I need to get back to that because that was like some shit that was like
you need to restore the feeling.
Yeah, exactly. So he kind of sparks that shit in me. Is like, yeah, I need to get back on that type shit.
He's that spark, that battery you get back.
Yeah, for real.
Word.
And he's always trying to he just be working. Like, bro, like this whole, if I'm being honest, this whole Molly World delay shit was honestly because this nigga couldn't stop making songs, bro. Like, he just kept making songs.
So it's worth the wait right now.
Yeah, for real.
All right, cool. So we're gonna let you take your time, Will. You know what I mean? We're not gonna hem you up, do anything. You know what I mean? But we expecting that project. It's been a little while now. So now your sound. When I listen to you, I get kind of like and of course, correct me if you don't feel this way. I get like a spooky black kind of vibe, and I do like that.
I like that.
That y'all are like on y'all boom bap shit still. Like y'all not really on this little trap shit. I mean, y'all got y'all say y'all little bars here and there, but who is your inspiration for your sound? Like, who do you draw that influence from, if you have any? I feel like picking out my influences is so important to me sometimes, but I be forgetting it. Cause like every time I see somebody, who do you like? Who do you listen to on the regular?
Who I listen to on the regular?
Yeah.
I mean, as of recently, I've been trying to like reconnect with old shit, like that I know has influenced the new shit, like shit that like you probably sleep on, that you probably should check up on. That's kind of what I've been like. I've been listening to a lot of Madlib, even though like I've been up on Madlib, but not like extensively, like all of his fucking like beat volumes and shit.
So
like,
you would be on that real underground shit.
yeah, and then I also be on like some other like punk rock shit. Like I just be trying to go back and like look at all these little pockets or scenes that were before me, so I can like see what that music is, because it's people sample it, like, so there's something like about it that gravitates towards that era of things, like wherever that music is.
What specific era, like 90s you're saying?
Yeah, like 90s, even like, I feel like you even go back to 70s with rock and shit. Like you can go far, like, and even like not even that far back, I feel like also I found like this one band from 2008, and they sound like some crazy rock band from the 80s, and it sounds wild, but like it sounds wild because it sounds old. Like the mix sounds old. Like it doesn't sound like new or anything. Like you can tell like when someone was made at a certain time. But like the '08, that shit sounded crazy. It was like some real punk rock shit. But I gotta show you. I'll send it to you or something.
Word. Yeah, you gotta put me on, man.
Yeah, got you.
So, in some of your music, I see you like to sing a little bit.
Yeah,
like what's it take to build the confidence just to get your vocals out there? You know what I mean?
You gotta just do it. Honestly,
yeah.
You gotta just do it. You gotta accept the failure of it. Like you're not gonna learn any other way. Like you have to, cause like even if it's just like you just doing it by yourself in your house, like you just gotta do it. Cause like if you build that alone, all you have to do is get the confidence to do it in front of other people. Like there's not really too much of a skill gap between that shit. So I guess that's just like what I've got from doing it on songs, is like all you gotta do is just do it, and then it all click. Like once you figure it out, like I feel like everything's like a code. Like you figure some shit out, it clicks. Right? Like it's cool, but it takes failure though.
Or I feel you on that. Trial and error.
Facts. Only way to be authentic.
Yeah. All right, so
Trial and error.
It's 2021. Started early new year. What's next for Mo Gardens? What's next for Running to Utopia? And how do you plan to take on this year different from the hellacious 2020 we just had, which we'll get into in a little bit?
Shit. Expect clothes, RTU merch. Expect Broadcast Utopia, which is like a mix we're doing where it's literally like a mix. Like, have you heard like Blonded Radio?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So like it's kind of.
It's just on GTA 5.
Yeah, exactly. So like it would be something like that where we just make like a mix of songs and like transition of however we want, add like voices, whatever that we want to put on and shit.
Now, is that updated constantly, or is it like just
It's like, all right, so we kind of revamped it again, because like we did it like 2 different times. We did it like in the form of a playlist at first, and we'd be on Spotify, and you just like listen to the playlist, but then we'd upload like the voice recordings as a separate track through like DistroKid and shit, and then we'd add them into the playlist, so when you're listening to it, it goes into like the shit we recorded, and then into the next song, and then just like the next song or whatever, like the order was in that form.
sounds fire.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was, but we kind of got tired of doing it and wanted like more control over how the songs blended into each other and shit. So that's why we tried out this thing where I pretty much download all the songs and throw them in the mixer and like do it all myself, like just maneuvering all the fucking transitions and shit. And yeah, we did that. And then we also got Armani, our graphic designer. He also like DJs and shit, so he did his own mix also on top of that.
Shout out to Armani.
Yeah, for real, he's killing it, bro. He's killing it right now.
Well, that's one thing I wanted to get into too. What's that little thing y'all got going on with Second Base? Y'all doing y'all little modeling shit. Y'all looking good. Y'all taking pictures and photo shoots and all that.
Oh,
I like what I see y'all do. Y'all getting fly out there.
Yeah, for sure, bro. We got well, Com works at home base. Like he works at home base and second base. And I used to work there like as an intern and shit. But well, we both started off as interns and shit, but like it's whatever. We kind of just I mean, I'm probably gonna hit him up soon, like Andy or whatever, the owner. But yeah, that's pretty much how we started. We started with second base, like honestly at the show, like the first time we ever performed, that was the first time we went there and like met Andy and shit. And then like from there he just fucked with us, and also Armani fucked with us really heavy. And I guess that just kind of like grew into like a bond, because Armani wanted to be a part of RTU. Like he did us like DM'd us one day, he's like, yo, I wanna be a part of RTU. Like
The energy
I'm in there.
just was
Yeah,
magnetizing.
he was just like, yo, I was like, bet, because like I fucked with him off rip, like I already knew who he was, and it was like, all right, bet, bro, like I'm not stopping you, like you're fired. We'd love to have you on the team, and that's how that came. And then just the second base, home base stuff just kind of followed from there, and he just reached out and just wanted to let us know that he's there for us type shit, like if we need anything. So like if I wanted to do something, I can hit Andy up, we'd work the logistics out of it and shit, and you know, he'd help me out with the shit. But yeah, that's pretty much like the whole connection we have with them as like a relationship.
Word, I respect it. So
shout out to them, for real. Small business, for real.
Word. Now to the miscellaneous shit. How was your 2020, man? What'd you get into? Did you follow pandemic protocol?
Yeah.
Were you way out on the road fucking around, catching the corona, and you didn't know it? What was going on with you?
Nah, I ain't catch the Rona. I mean, I haven't been super closed off. Like, I've still been seeing my niggas and all this. Like, that's how all this music got made, honestly. But, yeah, I haven't caught the Rona. Connie hasn't caught the Rona. No one, like, immediately that I have over my crib all the time has caught the Rona. Like, like, in the moment, like, whatever. But yeah, I've been being safe because I have a job with like
You're an essential worker.
Yeah, I'm an essential worker, so I have to be out anyway. So like, it's whatever to me. Like I know what to do and what not to do type shit. So just gotta protect yourself at all times.
Yeah, man, that's pretty much the same shit. Well, I've actually been pretty much isolated most of the year 2020. Mm-hmm. I am an essential worker, so I have had to been out. I've been around a bunch of people all year, so it's like I have been isolated. Like when I'm by myself in my free time, like I haven't really went out. But at work, I'm around a bunch of motherfuckers all day, so it's like it's kind of hard to follow it when you have to still make money and do what you gotta do.
Exactly, it feels contradicting, and I mean, it's like, what can you really do? Like, if I gotta go out, I gotta go out, bro. Like,
exactly. Yeah, I said this year, 2021, I'm not doing that shit, man. I'm still be cautious as possible. I'm still follow the rules, the public rules when I'm outside.
Exactly. But
I can't stay in another year. I did everything right, did everything correct. But this time I gotta be out in the free world, Space Network Media. We gotta get this shit popping even more this year than the last two. Know what I mean? So it's new shit coming, man. Got masks on the way. Got a whole bunch of little merchandise. I'm not really getting into the clothing thing. Now, I mean, everybody got their lane with that. I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing. Y'all killing it with that. But I'm coming out with some shit though.
I like it.
You know what I mean?
I like it though.
Where everybody's doing their thing. That's what I love to see. So, any shout outs you want to give? Any loves you want to throw out there into the universe?
Yeah, actually, I don't know, bro. I just feel like people need to work on willpower. You got all the skills, just put it to the test, bro. Like, don't apply it. Yeah, like,
put your best foot
everything's
forward.
there for you. Just do it. Like, don't second guess it. That's just like that's the culprit, the second guessing. Like, if you have the instinct, do it. That's it, I guess. In all the positive ways. Not like, don't go spin the block on niggas. Don't chill. It's cool. You don't gotta do that. But
take your time, man.
Try to be positive. Just do everything that's gonna bring you positivity. Honestly.
Word.
That's my blessing.
You want to shout out to Space Station Podcast and Mark Spacely and all the Space Network Media.
My bad, bro. I'm high as shit.
No, it's all good. No, I'm saying that was
Okay.
that was your cue to shout us out.
Alright, bro. Shout out Space Network, bro. For real. Niggas gonna come up. Cause I feel like niggas is gonna catch on something soon.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And that's for everybody. Everybody's gonna have their time. So it's all about just doing your thing and not letting shit come to you necessarily, but
yeah, bro.
Meeting at the crossroads.
I feel like a lot of people out here got vision. A lot of people out here got like a nice vision as far as creativity goes.
Yeah,
At least the ones I've been around. So that's why I feel like shit is gonna go off real soon. But
yeah, we're gonna see. It's been another episode of Space Station Podcast. It's been an episode with Mo Gardens.
Bow.
My man's from Run to Utopia, one half of the group. And we're going to be hollering at y'all with another episode pretty soon. Stay tuned for the next guest. And...